2025 has been a bad year in pop music, and every time I say that, someone fires back by saying, so-and-so released this, and I just want to say, a handful of quarters in a sea of trash does not make the sea of trash disappear. Like, obviously not every song and album released this year is bad, but in my opinion, it has been the weakest year of the decade thus far in popular music. Without further ado, let's hop right into these 2026 Grammy nominations. For Best R&B Performance, we have Yukon, Justin Bieber, It Depends, Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller, Folded, Kehlani, Mutt, Leon Thomas, Heart of a Woman, Summer Walker. I think this category is fire for the most part. I'm rooting for Kehlani all the way. She has been a bright spot in music this year. I love how classic but modern Folded sounds. She is singing, she is not mumbling, her voice isn't auto-tuned to death, and I'm not even saying this in a pretentious death to auto-tune type of way, because all modern records use pitch correction in general, but it's nice to hear an R&B song that is just a concise R&B offering get so much love and attention. She gave the people what they've been asking for, and it's paying off big time for her. For Best R&B Album, we have Beloved, Giveon, Why Not More, Coco Jones, The Crown, Lettucey, Escape Room, Tiana Taylor, and Mutt, Leon Thomas. I've listened to every album here besides the Lettucey one, and I have to say the Leon album left the strongest impression on me. It's a very versatile album too, and I liked the sonic direction of the Giveon album as well. For Best Rap Album, we have Let God Sort Them Out by The Clips, Glorious, Glorilla, God Does Like Ugly, JID, GNX by Kendrick, and Chromacopia by Tyler the Creator. I have to say GNX by Kendrick or The Clips. The Tyler album is good, but it's not the strongest. For Best Rap Song, we have Anxiety by Doechii, The Birds Don't Sing by The Clips, Sticky by Tyler the Creator, Glorilla and Sexy Red and Lil Wayne, TGIF, Glorilla, and TV Off, Kendrick Lamar and Lefty Gunplay. I find it interesting that Anxiety is here for various reasons, but the main one being it's a pop song through and through. But once again, I feel like this category is owed to Kendrick or The Clips. There's just such a gap in quality in some of these categories. For Best Melodic Rap Performance, we have Proud of Me by Friday and Meek Mill, Wholeheartedly, JID and Ty Dolla $ign and Black, Luther, Kendrick and SZA, Image and Somebody Loves Me. Luther for the win, beautiful collab. I love how SZA and Kendrick have built up this collaborative discography together, and they have no misses, which you can't say for a lot of work wife and work husband duos. They complement each other so well. Best Alternative Music Album nominees, Don't Tap the Glass, Tyler the Creator, Ego Death at a Bachelor Party, Hayley Williams, Sable Fable, Bon Iver, Songs of a Lost World, The Cure, Moisturizer, Wet Leg. Hayley Williams needs to bring it home. Hayley is the greatest frontman we have at the moment in pop music, and I feel like she doesn't really get her credit. Even the bands that she came up with and has outlasted get more appraisal than Paramore, despite at this point Paramore having a stronger run and getting better the older they've gotten. And then on top of that, Hayley as a solo artist getting better and more provocative. I really hope she gets more shine this year. The album was unexpected, good, and thoughtful. For Best Rock Song, we have As Alive As You Need Me to Be by the 9 Inch Nails, Caramel, Sleep Token, Glum, Hayley Williams, Never Enough, Turnstile, Zombie, Youngblood. I have to say Hayley again here. For Best New Artist, we have Olivia Dean, Cat's Eye, The Marias, Addison Rae, Somber, Leon Thomas, Alex Warren, and Lola Young. No Raven Lene, who had her big breakout hit this year, but you have Addison Rae, Alex Warren, and Cat's Eye. That's interesting. Out of the ones present, I would have to say Leon Thomas or Lola Young. I feel like Lola Young is a bit of a dark horse, like she's very brash and she's been memed a ton, so I think people often just associate her with being a meme. But she is an interesting artist and songwriter that takes quite a bit of risk for mainstream pop, the more you dive into her work. I've also seen a lot of people ridicule her because she doesn't present in the way female pop stars are expected to. I say all of this to say she is a talented individual and worthy of more consideration, so I'm happy to see her here. For Best Music Video, we have Young Lion, Sade, Manchild, Sabrina Carpenter, So Be It, the clips, Anxiety, Dochi, Love, OK Go. Honestly, out of all of these, I love the cinematography and aesthetic of So Be It by the clips the most. It's not a flashy pop video, but it is so beautifully shot and edited. Meanwhile, OK Go are practically known for their inventive videos even more than their own songs at this point, and I watched their love music videos specifically for this category and it is killer. It is probably the best video here and deserves to win, but in reality, I expect it to go to someone like Sabrina Carpenter. For Best Dance Pop Recording, we have Midnight Sun, Zara Larsson, Illegal, Pink Pantheress, Bluest Flame, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, Abracadabra, Lady Gaga, Just Keep Watching, Tay McRae. I honestly would love to see an underdog like Zara or Pink Pantheress win this. Both good dance pop songs and very inventive and different. These songs were a breath of fresh air this year. For Best Pop Duo Group Performance, we have Defying Gravity, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, Golden, K-Pop Demon Hunters, Gabriella, Cat's Eye, APT, Rosé and Bruno Mars, 30 for 30, SZA and Kendrick Lamar. Out of all of these collaborations, 30 for 30 is the best, but I wouldn't be surprised if the K-Pop Hunters soundtrack got it. For Best Pop Vocal Album, we have Swag, Justin Bieber, Man's Best Friend, Sabrina Carpenter, Something Beautiful, Miley Cyrus, Mayhem, Lady Gaga, I've Tried Everything But Therapy Part 2, Teddy Swims. I find it interesting that Justin is able to occupy both the R&B and pop categories this year, but Gaga seems to be the clear winner of this category. The only other album worth the win in my opinion is Something Beautiful, which didn't have a big cultural splash, but I thought it was an interesting and audacious album, even if everything didn't pan out well. The critics just dismissed the album. Miley barely paid it any attention. I thought it was some of her best work. For Best Dance and Electronic Album, I'm gonna go for Pink Pantheress or Twigs for the win. For Best Pop Solo Performance, we have Daisies, Justin Bieber, Manchild, Sabrina Carpenter, Disease, Gaga, The Subway, Chaperone, and Messy, Lola Young. I would like to see Lola get this category, but I can see it going to Bieber or Brina. Song of the Year nominees: Golden, APT, Abracadabra, Anxiety, DTMF, Luther, Manchild, and Wildflower. For Song of the Year, I have to go with Luther again. By the way, Raven Lenae, Love Me Not, snubbed big time. For Record of the Year, we have Abracadabra, Anxiety, APT, DTMF, Manchild, Wildflower, Luther, and The Subway. For Record of the Year, I think Gaga will take this one. Abracadabra is also a good song. My dark horse pick would be Bad Bunny though. For Album of the Year, we have Swag, Justin Bieber, Mayhem, Gaga, Bad Bunny, Man's Best Friend, Sabrina Carpenter, Let God Sort Them Out, The Clips, GNX, Kendrick, Mutt, Leon Thomas, and Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator. I would love to see a dark horse, the type of album they don't typically give Album of the Year like GNX or Bad Bunny's record Take It Home, but I feel like Gaga is such a strong contender for this category. But sometimes the Grammys do love to pull a wild card, and I feel like the wild card this year would be someone like Leon Thomas, who's emerging as a new artist, very critically acclaimed, and shows off his musicianship, which the Grammy appreciates a lot. Ultimately, I do think Gaga and Kendrick will rule this Grammys though. But that about concludes my thoughts on the 2026 Grammy nominations. Let me know who you thought was snubbed down below. Who are you rooting for to win? And just to be a little messy, who do you think didn't deserve a nomination? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.